Today marks the third day of a federal trial over extreme heat in Texas prisons. It comes more than a year after U.S. District Court judge ruled that keeping Texas inmates in facilities without air conditioning is, quote, plainly unconstitutional. Now, current and former state officials have testified about what it would cost to cool the entire prison system in Texas. So here now to talk more about what's happened in this trial so far is Alex Nguyen with the Texas Tribune. Alex, welcome to our show and thanks for being with us today.
Hi, thanks for having me.
So I understand you were in the courtroom for the past 2 days, so we appreciate you taking the time. But before we dive in more into what was said in the courtroom, I want to play catch up just a little bit. So remind us about how this case landed in federal court and who brought that.
Yeah, so this lawsuit first started in 2023 with a famous inmate. You might know him from Bernie the movie. And then in 2024, a number of nonprofit organizations advocating for those in prisons joined the lawsuit. And basically, this lawsuit is alleging that, keeping people in Texas prisons without proper air conditioning, especially during the scorching summer month that we have in Texas, is cruel and unusual punishment. So it's violations of the Constitution, and they're pushing for the entire system to be air conditioned. And then there was the preliminary injunction hearings that happened that got us to the ruling from District Judge Robert Pittman last March. And as you mentioned with the ruling, he called it plainly unconstitutional, but he declined at the time to force the Texas Department of Criminal Justice to temporarily install AC and push the plaintiffs toward a trial. And so now we are at that trial finally happening in Austin. It is expected to take about 2 weeks.
Okay, thank you so much for getting us caught up with that. Now to what happened during the 2 days that you listened to. We heard from current and former leaders from the Texas Department of Criminal Justice, which of course oversees the state's prison system. What did they say about the cost to cool all of the state's prisons?
Yeah, so I think previously we've heard the cost is more than $1 billion. At the hearing yesterday, it was confirmed that that estimate has now risen to $1.5 billion. But even with that estimate, we know that the leaders of the agency have so far not asked the state legislature for that full amount and has previously opted for asking for smaller, like hundreds of millions instead. And during that hearing, the former leader of the agency and the current leader said, the reason they're doing so is the need to maintain credibility with state lawmakers. And in order to determine the request amount, they have to look at, what is the funding that they can actually operationalize in, 2 fiscal years, which means like how much they can actually accomplish in terms of designing and procuring AC during those times.
And you also heard from some witnesses during the testimony about the effect that the extreme heat has had on inmates there. What stood out most to you in that?
Yeah, so on the first day of the hearing, we heard from several medical experts from the plaintiff side, and there are allegations that there have been a number of heat-related deaths in the summer of 2024 and 2025 that the agency has not reported to the state legislature. According to the plaintiff side, these deaths happened when the heat index were, very in the 90s and in some cases reaching well into triple digits. Some of the people who died had a very high body temperature as well, 108, for example, which is well past the normal range. In some cases, there was no body temperature taken, and which was also pointed out as a gap that TDCJ should address in order to fully understand the nature of these deaths.
Well, as Alex mentioned, this trial is set to last for about 2 weeks, and I know you'll be following it very closely. You all can read more of her reporting about this on the Texas Tribune's website. So, Alex, thanks again for being here and for your reporting on this.
Thanks for having me.